Fauxsoup here in 2v2. I'm guessing you are Soup. We're playing with a non-pre-made against a pre-made team. Right, against pre-mades, if you're not with a pre-made yourself, they are gonna cheat a lot of the time, so you have to do one of two things. Either make sure you don't lose the kickoff really badly, or alternatively, lose it on purpose into the corner. Make sure that the series plays itself better next time. Metza, you need to do that. Your first blunder wasn't even your fault. The one that I remember was when Remco tried to pass it to you off the side wall, and you were going in for it anyway, and then Cloud9 scored. It was a pretty whiffy series at times, very jumpy. Everybody's just flopping around. It's good to see you guys getting so far though. Nice follow up here, Fauxsoup. Well done. I like the line of attack, just staying in line with the ball vertically. Now, quite honestly, Metza, the post-game shenanigans completely stole the show, so I don't remember anything that happened in this series. I just watched the whole thing back, don't remember a thing, because the post-game shenanigans were, on another level. Okay, so we don't want to dive in here, that's fine. This is okay, because there was some space to play that behind. This could have gone over him. This is alright. Yeah, the post game was hilarious. The handshakes, man. They get me every time. Careful, don't go over that. Okay. This is fine. This 50-50, by the way, maybe a little bit risky. Because we are playing with a non-pre-made here, so taking yourself out of the game like this is generally not a good idea. He's just done exactly this. He's taken himself clean out the game. So, if you see your teammate diving in for a challenge, and there's no imminent threat of a boomer or a shot, it's probably a good idea to move up on this, because if your teammate doesn't get a touch on this ball, that means it's gone over his head, and if it's gone over his head, we want to go to the place it's going to go, which is here.
Hey Johnny, I finally hit champ 1. Should I continue
but
to
unfortunately
GC?
for you, his challenge is so trash that the other player is still firmly in control of the ball, so we will have to turn away and shadow after some ball pressure, which we've done pretty well. Get that boost. This is totally fine. We can dribble him. We're in a solid 1v1 here. And the other guy's in his goal. Pop it! Yes! Okay, maybe could have been a little bit quicker here. Maybe didn't need to flick it from our own half as well. This guy, we can see that he's miles away, so we don't need to flick this. But we did. And it lands in the perfect spot for us to pop a second time. See, if you do this, by the way, if you flick it in front of you and then you land in this kind of position, you really don't need to flick it again to get a lot of power. By now you're moving so quickly and the ball's moving so quickly that if you just double jump to pop this, that'll be fine for pace. So I think a double jump would have made more sense here, just to get earlier touch on the ball. Mr. Apples, thanks for 500 bits. You finally hit champ 1, so you continue to GC. You should just, have some fun with it. Congrats on champ 1. That's sick. GC is going to be a hard grind though for a champ 1. Or from champ 1, I should say. Right, that's our ball. Let's put it left. Oh, we're kind of chickening out of this. So this is something that you would probably want to be, or 50-50 you do probably want to be taking. Because if you go into this quick enough, I think you can probably have a chance to get it past him. Because look how bad his landing is. He's probably not going to be able to manipulate the best hitbox. So we can use that in our favor. And also at least one of them is going to be out of the game. And if we can win that 50-50, we're just in a 1v1. I tend to say don't dive into 50-50s in 2v2 if you're in the opposition corner, but that wasn't in the opposition corner, that was just in the midfield, so perfectly fine to do. And here we just gave the ball away. If we probably attempted to cut this down the line, which is good, to keep it away from him, but we didn't do a very good job of it. So it looks like we had a good idea, but we just flopped it. Okay, I wouldn't suggest to jump off the wall very often, but the other team, oh, they've almost beamed it. So even though you execute this really well, we catch this at the end of our dodge, which we're probably not doing most of the time. Even though we execute it to almost perfection, we're probably still in a losing position. So that shows you how dangerous it is to... Yeah, we should have conceded. Well, we should have absolutely conceded here. There was 2 open nets there for the opposition. They missed both of them. But this is why, going for off-the-wall aerials in 2v2 can be so risky, because even when it almost works like this, we're still in a really bad spot. This is fine though. This is really safe and well played. Let's see Gimmick play. I don't think I've ever seen Gimmick play 1v1 in my life. Okay, yeah, go to the goal. Get in the goal. Okay, not the best place to turn. You want to be turning inside the goal in general. Just in case this ball either caves down off the curve above your head or goes on target in the top shelf. In either of those situations, you're going to be more well positioned if you're inside your goal line. We even have a little bit of an awkward time dealing with this ball. It's a decent shot though. The other team are completely beating it all over the place. 4-1, easy peasy. They're just like so bad at respecting long shots. You beat a team in 7 seconds. What, you just score like 3 kickoff goals and they left? Bit of a heavy touch here. The other team are not capitalizing on pretty much any of our misplays though. Like this, he could probably turn on, but he turns the long way, so he's not getting there in time. I don't know if that boost was actually just not there. You can't forfeit till 90 seconds in. Oh yeah, true. I always forget about this. See, this was better. You turned inside the goal here. This is... well, actually, nearly. You're almost there. Like, if you turn inside the goal, you're going to have a bit of an easier time there. You're not going to be too much further back to make you lose races to the ball. But you're going to have a much easier time reading what's happening. I like that you're backing out here. You're even telling our teammate that we're backing out by flipping, because he now knows we missed the boost, though. And good job not going back for the boost, because there are threatens... or there are shots being threatened, which we need to be back to save. Yeah, most of this is just us playing relatively well for our rank, and the opponents and our teammate are not. This is usually an okay 50-50. Our teammate gets bumped. That's a little bit unfortunate. But I wouldn't say that we did too much wrong there. Oh, what? Somebody just left when he scored 1 goal? He's probably just having a bad night. He's like on a 5-game losing streak and he loses another goal in like a few seconds. Fake it. Oh, the other guy's just ball chasing. So stupid when people ball chase like this is last man. But we could have gone faster to this and punished him. Initially you want to go faster, because then you at least make him think that you're going to go for it if you're planning to fake later on. And then if he does in fact just keep on going, we could decide not to fake and beat him to the ball. Good goal side challenging. Some people are just very weak mentally. It's true. So I'd be careful going up for this kind of aerial, because I've seen so many times this exact play happen and my teammate will just come in and miss the ball and the other team score. Or he'll just get beat to the ball, the other team score. This is kind of an adaptation of what I was talking about. We've conceded. And it's because we centered the ball to our teammate. Don't center the ball. Don't center the ball in 2v2 unless your recovery is going to be really, really good. Or if your center ball is going to be really difficult to defend. This center ball is not particularly difficult to defend. The other team, they still beamed it because they didn't challenge this ball somehow. But then we didn't flip into the right position. Didn't get enough boost on our way back, and we have conceded. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend centering that. It probably wasn't a good angle. You're just all aerials and I'd roast you. Yeah, I mean, if somebody wants to practice their aerials, it's fair enough, but if you want to rank up, I wouldn't recommend aerialing too much. So yeah, we have turned off ball cam so we can see what's happening in front of us. That's fine. Just need a little bit more practice in the no ball cam aerials, it seems. Our teammate needs a little bit more practice hitting the ball. What's he doing? Oh my goodness. This is literally... I've seen this game before so many times. But yeah, we could have prevented both this goal and the last one pretty easily if we didn't, number one, center the ball in a bad spot to be centering when our recovery is going to be trash, and then number two, here, actually hit the ball in our clear. Just make sure that we do hit it. Don't even leave it up to chance. So we're trying to catch and flick it by the looks of things. Didn't work. If your catch and or if your catch doesn't work properly, if the ball's not sitting on top of your car, well, then you might just want to drop it into a low 50-50 at this point, because you're not going to get back underneath that to flick it. It's impossible. You're pushing it in front of you. You're not going to get back under it. So maybe just adapting into a low 50-50 is a better idea there. It's a good challenge. Finding decent teammates. You're C3 solo queued and you're struggling to get GC. I think solo queuing to GC is easier than team queuing to GC, to be honest. Because you get so many points when you beat pre-mades. And pre-mades are usually quite easy to beat because they over-force team plays way too much. They overcommit on so many team plays. So our mistake here is we didn't boost back. If we boost back here, we don't have to take so long to get into position to turn. We have 97 boost. Why are we not boosting back? To get back quicker. Here we should be turning, and then as soon as now we should be boosting. Now, because we're just past the 90-degree point on our turn. So we should be boosting back until we're turning again, and then you stop boosting again for your turn, and then on your turn you start boosting again. We should be boosting every time that we're trying to get into position, not just when we're going forward. And we would have been there in time, but we were too slow because we didn't boost back. Here, look how slow this is. That is so slow. And if you're telling me that, oh, but I didn't know the other teammate or the other guy was coming in, which a lot of people would say here, oh, I didn't see the other guy. Well, firstly, you should be able to anticipate that a challenge could be coming because there are only 2 people that you need to keep track of. Not too hard to remember where they are, what they're capable of. Secondly, there's nothing wrong with boosting back into position faster anyway, because it not only prevents you from getting beat to the ball in situations like we just saw, but it also gives you more momentum to work with on your run up should you realize that you have free touch and you just want to make the most of it. How do I feel about NRG's performance in Dallas? I think they were weak, but I've heard Justin was sick the whole event, so that makes sense of the situation to some degree. However, NRG do seem to struggle against EU teams. Alright, this is all fine. This is all fine. What rank am I myself? Right now I'm champ 3 in 2v2. Champ 2. Oh, we almost got an accidental double touch. Champ 2 in 3v3. Last season I was grand champ in 2v2. Champ 3 in 3v3. 3v3 is a game mode where I play a lot more with my friends and we just end up down ranking a lot. Then I solo queue back up a little bit, then I down rank with my friends some more, and so on and so on. That's a good save, well done. It's not, no, it's too little, too late. Not going to stay up. So, yeah, this is probably a game that we felt like we should have won. We scored 4 goals. Our teammate had 1 assist, which it wasn't really that much of an assist. And yeah, he completely missed the ball multiple times on multiple goals. But the one thing that is consistent that we could have done better here is recover faster. We need to recover so much faster. That was our glaring weakness in this game. Like getting back into position as quickly as possible. If you make that your #1 priority, you're never going to lose games like this one, because you're just going to be quicker to the ball. But yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for sending me that one, Fauxsoup. Very interesting game. For a while I was worried. I was like, man, if you just sent me like a 7-1 win or something, are you just going to crush it?